God, these phones. Oh, okay, we got Cougars calling in. All right, cool. Allison, Jersey used to be a Cougar.
Used to be.
Well, the New York papers.
Ooh.
I forgot which paper, but there's something going on. I had no idea. Cougars on hunt in Kenya.
Yep.
When I read that headline, I'm like, what's up with the Cougars in Kenya?
Yeah.
They're getting hungry or something. They're starting to eat humans. But
that is the case.
We're talking about the old ladies.
Yeah, the Cougars. They're known as women who are past their prime. To be honest. Stupid Sex in the City.
I hate sex.
Women that are kind of past, Speaking
of Cougars.
level of, they're past that prime. And they look for younger guys.
I go to Kenya all the time.
Kenya. Speaking of Kenya, can you put your... Oops, that wasn't a beep. Damn it.
Speaking of Kenya... I sure can.
Kenya?
We get it.
Yeah.
You still
and they
have
go
sex.
They go out to the bars and cruise for young guys.
Well, now they're going to Kenya, and they're going as tourists there. A bunch of them go to Kenya, and they're on the hunt.
And they're meeting giant African men that take them out and give them what they need. Some of that sex.
Well, Bethan, she's 56. She lives in England on the same street as best friend Allie, 64.
Whoa.
I bet it's like grape nuts.
They are on their first trip to Kenya. You got this 56-year-old, 64-year-old, their first trip to Kenya, a country they say is just full of big young boys who like us older gals.
Wow.
And our money, but God bless them. I can't even hate this story. I can't even hate them. I'm already on their side.
You're just digging the fact that
God bless them.
They're going over there and
God bless them so much.
Hard figures are difficult to come by, but locals on the coast estimate that as many as 1 in 5 single women visiting from rich countries are in search of sex. Allie and Bethan, who both declined to give their full names, said they plan to spend a month touring Kenya's beaches.
Whoa, they're going to come back walking like John Wayne.
Kenya's beaches.
It's not evil, said Jake, blah, 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 chairman of the Kenya Tours Board, when asked about older rich women traveling for sex with young Kenyan men. But it's certainly something we frown upon.
Why?
Well, the health risks, first of all. AIDS prevalence of 6.9% in the country.
That's why there's condoms, dude.
The beaches stretched before the friends as they walked arm in arm with young African men.
Yeah.
Allie rested her white-haired head on the shoulder of her companion, a 6'4", 23-year-old from the Maasai tribe.
Oh, man.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I read a book about the Maasai tribe, dude. Oh.
The Maasai tribe?
Yeah, there was a book called Maasai Tribe.
What are they about?
Oh.
What are they about?
The name of the book is Maasai Tribe. Ouch. They ain't playing.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, these, I guess they're size queens.
Yeah, they say the Maasai guys are big enough to reverse menopause.
What is this guy doing with like a 64-year-old woman, though? What's in it for him?
The money.
The money?
That's obvious, yeah. She's handing over some money.
Okay. They're like prostitution, like gigolo?
I'm paying some big basketball player from Africa to...
Dude, we went on vacation together back in the day, and you know what this is all about.
No, I don't know.
I
don't remember us picking up black men.
No, but in all these tourist areas, there's guys, that's their whole gig.
Yeah.
They're hanging around just, getting you-know-what, and they're getting some extra stuff.
Richard Gere's. A lot of Richard Gere's.
Whether it's a nice meal or some jewelry or some cold, hard cash.
Wow.
That's what they're in it for. And what the hell?
And they give the names
here it is.
The best ones.
Here it is. You asked the next line. He wore new sunglasses, he said, were a gift from her.
Absolutely.
Ah, the sunglasses.
So you bang the 64-year-old broad, and she goes home, and you got brand new sunglasses.
She should go deeper.
Chanel sunglasses for that big African.
She should just go deeper into the bush and get some kind of get the sex for like a lighter, where they all go, oh, Billy, 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 Billy.
They probably start scratching her with their necklace made out of real cougar foot.
Right.
A real as they
Orangutan like teeth.
We kill white women around here.
They cook her up in a big pot.
We're from the killer white women tribe.
Well, it gets better here. We both get something we want. Where's the negative? Allie asked in a bar later, nursing a cocktail. Oh,
yeah, I bet she was.
I thought the sentence was going to be. I mean, the obvious nursing a cocktail is pretty funny, but I thought I was going to say nursing a sore seat.
Oh, can you imagine?
I got to read that again because that's just comedy, people. We both get something we want. Where's the negative? Allie asked in a bar later, nursing a cocktail. Greaves cook and many hotel managers say they are doing all they can to discourage the practice. The head of a local hotel association told me they have begun taking measures like refusing guests who want to change from a single to a double room.
Oh. Can you imagine the choices? Old white woman or oats being thrown out of a helicopter? It's like that's your choice.
That's your choice.
It's like I'm with the rest of the tribe where I got to catch giant bags of rice without water and
eat that gruel out of that wooden bowl.
Oh man!
Or
eat that gruel.
Or eat that gruel out of a dry wooden bowl.
You gotta think this is a no-brainer, man. Right. Either way.
Oh man, it's probably like an alligator's stomach.
Either way, it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh man, those poor African men. Why couldn't see, this is what I'm saying. If I was a woman, man, I would sell my body until no one wanted me. Why do you have to have see what a waste of time dignity is that these women now go, why didn't I enjoy sex my whole life? Now I have to go to Africa, risk AIDS, getting attacked by something.
Yeah. Getting eaten by a lion.
To have sports sex.
Right.
Women now, women 20 to 40 or whatever, they're just dignity, integrity. And now it's these women flying from wherever they're from. Probably the Queen of England, too. She flies over there pretending this is...
I'm on a diplomatic mission.
Trying to get stuff from Forrest Whitaker.
You got to avoid lions and angry giraffes to get to the Kenya.
Yeah, I mean, that don't make... Do you see what integrity does for you ladies? You end up being a 70-year-old woman flying over, sleeping with...
Flying over to Kenya. It's a fine line. We're 100% against anything illegal, such as prostitution, but it's different with something like this. It's just unwholesome. These beaches have long been notorious for attracting another type of sex tourist, men who abuse children. One type of sex tourist attracted the other, said one manager at a bar, blah, 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 blah. All right. Cougars going after the Kenyan men here.
Yeah,
one club, a group of about 25 dancing men edged closer and closer to a crowd of more than a dozen white women. I didn't come here looking for a husband, Bethan said. It's a social arrangement. I buy him a nice shirt, and we go out for dinner.
Shirt.
For as long as he stays with me, he doesn't pay for anything, and I get what I want, a good time. How's that different from a man buying a young girl dinner?
Yeah, there you go. It's only fair, but they got it. But see, here's the difference. We start out wanting to do that at 15, and we quit at 60. Now you're starting at 60, old wrinkled mess.
Well, going to Africa.
Let's go to Robin. She's in Oklahoma. Robin, you're a cougar? Robin.
Robin.
Hey, Robin, Oklahoma, cougar, 42 years old. Say hi. Gone.
No.
All right, let's say hi to Allison in Jersey. Allison, what's up?
Wait a minute. Robin and Allison.
Hey, Allison, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You're 31 years old and you consider yourself an old cougar?
Not an old cougar, but...
No, well, it says used to be a cougar. You're 31 years old. When were you cougaring?
It's a cougar.
Just a couple of years ago. I was married, and it was a pretty boring marriage. So when I got out of it, I just needed something fresh and new. So I was dating a 20-year-old. So there was almost a 10-year age difference.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you wish you didn't waste all that time with integrity all those years?
Oh, yeah, because I was with my
What's
husband.
wrong? She's 31 years old. She's still young.
Old. She's not. That's old.
Yeah, but I've always been. Hey, I'm not old.
Yeah, you're old. You're pretty old in the game. You're pretty old. That's
31?
Old. 31 is
What is
old.
wrong with you?
20 to.
I thought we were talking like
20
a
to
40-something or whatever. 31 is not old.
Reports coming in saying she's a MILF, not a cougar.
Yeah.
If you're a mom. Are you a mom?
I am a mom now. Yeah.
Say you'd be a MILF.
Now, you're more in the MILF category.
She's a mooger.
Mooger.
I think you got to be, when does the cougar age start? 35?
40.
40?
I'd say depending on the age of the guy that they're going for, probably would start at 40. You know, if you're 40 and you're going for a guy in his 30s, it's not really cougaring.
What if it's
but
a
if you're
35-year-old girl, 21-year-old guy?
More MILFish.
MILFish?
Yeah, I think once they hit 40, then you're cougaring if you're going for a guy in his 20s.
If you wasted it, there's a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
There's some 40-year-old really hot women who aren't cougars. They're still sexual entities.
Yeah.
This lady wasted her time with the marriage and the kids and the this and the that.
Right.
There was a time frame where she should have been living her life. Now she's living it. I think she is a cougar because she's living. She missed out on a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
She missed out on something.
All right, let's thank you, Allison. We're going to go back to Robin. She's 42 years old. Robin, you there finally?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys.
All right,
I'm 40. Go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, I'm 42. I've been married for a year now, but I love younger men. I wasted 10 years in a marriage, a sexless marriage, and when I got a divorce, I said, screw it. I'm going after the younger guys, and it can't be beat. I recommend it to women. There's better answers for men.
Can I ask you a quick question, miss? Quick question. Why didn't you have all the sex with the guys who wanted to have all the sex with you at a certain time? Why is it when you missed the thing where your husband wasn't horny like he was when he was younger, now he doesn't want to sleep with you, but now you're oversexed? Why didn't you just want to sleep with the guy when he wanted to sleep with you? Why don't women sleep with guys when they're 20 and hot instead of these wrinkled up messes flying to Africa?
Because I was a virgin when I got married. I bought into that crap, and I was married for a long time. And my husband, he never was real sexual, you know. I always was, and I missed it. And then when we got a divorce, I said,
She just went wild.
Yeah, she went nuts. So where'd you pick up the guys?
I bartended for years, so that's all I had to do. If I wanted a guy, I had one right there, man. And then, sit on the other side if I wanted to, buy drinks. I mean, I'm married now to someone 10 years younger than me, and I did it for a while. I wouldn't want long term, but it's worth it. Where else are we?
Can I warn you about something real quick? In another 5 years, you'll be wondering why this guy doesn't sleep with you either. It doesn't change. It's not that you're not sexy. He's just going to get tired of you. We need different.
Yeah, but good is good as long as you can get it, man. And I'll sit there yelling.
All right. Hey, Robin, would you consider going to Kenya to get some young, you know what?
No. Maybe Kenya a few years back, yeah, maybe.
I think if you have to go to Kenya, that's the real desperate cougars. That's the that's the mangy cougars.
Yeah.
Are you with a white
have no
guy?
luck in the sports bars of America, so they're like, oh man, our last hope is to go to Kenya.
Go to Kenya.
And risk HIV.
Is it with a white guy, Robin?
Yes,
And
I'm married to a white guy.
Have you ever tested a little a Maasai Louisville Slugger?
No.
Not interested, huh? Not interested in a baby arm?
Excuse me?
Not interested in a Negro baby arm?
Oh, no, I think that would be a little too much. So, no Kenya for me.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All righty, bye.
All right. Let's go to Jay in Massachusetts. Jay, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I just broke up with a cougar, man. I'm actually out of my ass now. I lived in her house for about a year and a half.
Wait, we laughed over that. Lived in a house for a year and a half, rent-free, right?
Oh, yeah, but she got me a car. It was nice. She's good looking, too, man.
Viagra, my man, Viagra.
No, it's hilarious. We usually when we go down this road, we talk to the cougars. Maybe the bit is to talk to the guys that got dumped by cougars when they were living the high life, man.
And he stopped slinging it. He stopped slinging it.
I bet you, Jay, that you were still banging other broads behind her back. Younger.
She's probably listening. Yeah. She likes you guys. I mean, we're still friends. We just broke up recently, but it sucks, man. I'm homeless right now.
So you were getting something out of it as well. Free rent, free dinners, gifts.
It don't work out.
Everything. It was 5-star restaurants all day long. It was great. I mean, she was loaded. She's a CFO. So
one day you got comfortable and just walked around the house and didn't do your job. Is that correct?
Yeah, I probably should have got down on my knees a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm down and out now, man. It's bad. I'm missing her. She's the exact same age as my mother. They got along great.
Oh,
wow.
God.
That's hilarious. We
yeah.
got another guy that got dumped. Thanks, man. Let's say hi to Dave in New York. Dave, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, I was a victim of a cougar, too. I was 28, and she was 52.
Cougar attack.
52.
Yeah, but she was hot, man. She had the implants going and everything.
So
What, a pacemaker?
Hey, how do you know?
Implant.
You know how to ask the question, right? Ask him what 52-year-old is like.
Yeah.
How do you describe what it's like?
There's like a difference. There's got to be a difference between a 22 and 52, as far as let's just vaguely say the feeling goes.
There is a mush factor, I call it.
The mush factor.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's that?
oh,
Well, as you know, it's not quite as firm as a 22-year-old, and
oh.
Okay, so you're saying
the skin's a little looser.
so things are a little like shaky, a little looser, and
It's like a turducken.
Kind of, you know.
the mush factor. You don't want to deal with the mush factor. Jesus,
I never heard that before.
No, yeah, and then,
We need T-shirts. I've dealt with the mush factor.
yeah, it's kind of tough. The turducken was a great example because one time I walked into the bathroom when she was showering, and then what I saw from behind, you know, it was kind of like a little droopy.
You asked her why she brought her luggage into the shower.
It's like Nicholson walking into the hotel room in The Shining. The woman in the tub.
When did we get a baby elephant as a pet?
Right.
Why are you washing your bat inside the shower?
You're a bat.
I didn't know you had a pet bat.
So, why did the relationship end there?
Well, her kids didn't appreciate that I was younger than her youngest child.
Oh, that's never good.
And you were living with her and all that?
No, I wasn't living. I didn't quite make that jump. After a few times in the mush factor, it kind of settled in.
Unbelievable.
My goodness. Now, was she the best? Was she the best you ever had?
No, she wasn't. But from the neck up, she was beautiful.
But was anything
the neck
she did the best you ever had? Like, did she have any tricks that some young broad just didn't do?
No, I think she was a little repressed, but not really. No.
So nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
I think. No. I was hoping for some circus tricks, but nothing. I think she was worried about the age factor too.
No purpose.
All right, thank you, Dave. We
All
got
right, guys, have a great day.
we got to take a break. We got so many guys on hold. 19, bang, 35-year-old. I'm 24. My girl's 45. Hate it, but I get money.
It's just
The calls are coming in
God
like
damn.
crazy. We'll continue in just a bit.
Yeah, man. I'm 24. My girlfriend's 42, and it's really no different because after a couple of years, it just totally goes away. But I actually met her. I worked at a chemotherapy facility, and she had breast cancer, and she was like really, really bad. And she started getting a little better. We started dating, whatever. It's been 4 years, and she's still around. But she pays. She gives me money.
So you kind of hate it?
It's horrible. I mean, she had I hope she's not listening. She had like a C-section back when C-sections weren't that easy to do.
Oh, no. Did it with a hatchet.
Wait, I gotta start. Hold on, I gotta start taking notes, man. The mushy factor we learned about?
Yeah, the mushy factor.
All right, I gotta write down mushy factor, and I gotta write down C-sections when they really didn't know what they were doing yet.
Didn't know what they were doing yet.
He makes a great point because now the C-sections are like itty bitty scars.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Back in the day, it was like just sawing away.
There's nothing itty bitty about that scar.
Oh, really? Okay, continue.
But the problem was that when I met her, she had just gone through breast cancer, and to do it with someone who has 2 mastectomy scars down there, but the money is pretty good.
How poor are you?
I don't have to pay for anything. I mean, I get like, an allowance, quote unquote, but I do have access to the ATM, which is good. But, I don't have to do anything at all. Except for that, which is a lot.
Wow. All right. There you go. He's going through a lot to get his bills paid.
Yeah.
It's better than a job.
Well, I was just going to say, why don't you just get a job? That is a job.
Horrible job.
It's the worst job in the world.
You're...
Got to deal with the mushy factor and bad C-section scars. Let's go to Mark in Carolina. I don't know which one. North, south, where are you, Mark?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. What do you got?
Hey, I was letting you guys know my cougar story. I lost my virginity to a cougar. I went to stay with my father when I was about 17. He owned a boarding house. There was a woman in her 50s that kept flirting, and no big deal. Well, she got me drunk one night, took me back to her room, and we're laying in bed, and she told me, I'm going to give you a special blowjob. Well, I'm thinking, hell, when you're 17, any blowjob's a special blowjob.
Oh, God, how many more times can he say it, though? Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
Mark, slow that F down, will you?
Yeah.
Let's calm down a little bit.
Dump, dump, dump.
You do understand you're on regular radio as well, right?
I do apologize. I'm an XM guy. Sorry.
All right.
She was going to give me oral treats. And
who knows?
When you're 17, oral treats.
How many months we got left? 4, I think. 4 to go.
Give up.
4 lousy months to go. Mark.
Yes. Anyway, I looked down. She has her teeth out in a cup.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. And it was the most incredible feeling. Yes.
All right, Mark.
He's just not very skilled in this.
You're not radio friendly, sir.
Yeah.
Basically, you were 17, she was 50, she had no teeth. End of story. All right?
We can figure it out.
All right, thank you, sir. Let's go to James in Jersey. James, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Good. When I was in college, toward the end of my college days, I was a personal trainer, and there was a couple of women there that I was 23, 22. They were in their mid-30s, a little bit older, and they were just, crazy for the young guys, especially being in my profession. I was around them all the time. When I left, changed careers, and I went over to more of a business environment, I was walking in the door as a 23-year-old guy into a business environment, and these women just took care of me in the sense that bought me anything I wanted, $500 attaché cases, suits, ties, you name it, and they took care of me as a 23-year-old guy. These girls are in their mid-30s. It was great.
You're a whore.
And they were hot. They were hot.
You're a dirty whore. How you feel about that?
Spectacular.
I love the guys that are trying to convince us. And they were hot, I tell you, hot.
Yeah.
Not hot.
Listen, what was great was I personal trained them. So, I kept them in shape. I stayed on top of them, make sure they ate well. It was a win.
Sweaty, old, muscular women.
All right, sir.
Sounds delicious.
Thank you. Let's go to Bronx Johnny, or Johnny from the Bronx. We know a Bronx Johnny. So, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What's going on, old Nate?
Oh, it is Bronx Johnny.
Yeah, man, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Not too much. Oh, I'm running fast, 12 3 4 forget.
All right, very good.
When I was in college, we kind of my boy was going out with somebody's daughter. The chick was like 24. Her mom was like 47. So we was just hanging out in the crib one day, and she always used to say how I'm a nice looking young man and all that. So like it was kind of tough, and I needed some new hats and some sneakers. So we there one day just hanging out, And, like, she got a rug in front of the couch, so I guess she pretend slipped on me and got a little out of hand. So we kind of did some stuff for a couple weeks. And one thing I tell everybody out there, when you're in a car with these old folks, they creak a lot and crack. It's not very sexy.
They creak a lot and crack?
Yeah, man, and you got to kind of watch. Like, I was getting oral treats from Shorty. And this saber tooth was missing some back teeth, like it hurt a little bit. She actually ripped the rubber with some of the back of her mouth.
Oh, gosh.
But I kind of started a fad now, because, like, in the hood, they're not messing with these old Spanish widows. They're looking for these nice younger white ladies.
Yeah. What do you get out of this woman? But, you know.
I got a couple of new fitted hats, some sneakers, and some shirts.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah. It's all about the clothes.
She was probably the ugliest thing I've ever banged, but
yeah,
she was also the most grateful, so you kind of respect that. You're like, you know, yeah, your husband beat you, but hey, I'm not.
Let me ask you a question, man, because this part of the story that a lot of guys are having is bothering me.
Yeah.
Everybody's going in like this is the going thing, the gigolo thing, but a woman buying you something kind of happens on the back end. What's the courtship process that leads up to this time where you're whining and dining her, and then it leads to her going, do you want something, sweetie? Because that's how it happens. It's a motherly thing. You don't go in going, yo, ma, if I let you do this to me, I need some hats. Like, how did that happen? This takes time.
That's the thing, pimping. We never went out. Like, I met her at her own crib, so it was never like, oh, let's go. I think I was more.
It was a booty call, right? It was just a booty call, and you would sleep with an older broad, but she ended up giving you gifts. So basically, you was in it for the old broad thing in the beginning.
Oh, wow. I didn't even look at it.
That's all of them are saying that. They don't go in going like the dude before when he was like the cancer girl.
Yeah.
I want to ask him the courtship process. He did not go in, hey, money taken care of. He didn't go in with that.
Right. He was attracted to cancer broad in some way.
He was going out with cancer broad, and now she takes care of him.
Yeah, there you go.
What's the courtship process?
Well, like, basically, she was more into, it was no courtship, she was just horny pimping. So it was just like, if you would have been there, she would have banged on you.
And then how long did you do what you did till you got your fitteds?
Oh, no, I got it the first week. I did it for 3 more weeks because I needed some other, like, accessories for my stuff.
So did you ask?
Wait, did you say fitteds?
No, I don't know. She was like, she came at me. She was banned like every time we banned out, she'd make like at least waffles or pancakes.
Oh, so she just knew to give you stuff. Okay, fair enough.
Like I was saying, yeah, she was mad grateful. Like, you gotta appreciate the gratefulness of old people, man. I love that.
Okay.
Shout out to AARP, man.
Sounds like she didn't have to make pancakes. Sounds like she had a couple of her own. Yuck. All right. Well, you got to do what you got to do. What is a fitted?
Fitted hat, man. New era caps.
All right.
Anthony has a not fitted. He probably has a strap on the back. Let me see the back of your hat.
It's got a little.
Yeah, it is a thing.
I go with the. I try to go with the fitteds.
Yeah, fitted.
The fitted.
Fitted.
Damn. Our ratings just went way up in the ghetto. Keep talking, boys. All right, Bronx Johnny.
I'll catch y'all later, man. Running fast 12-3.
By the way,
there you go. There's the plug.
Bronx Johnny's the only listener that calls in and gets his own music.
Yeah.
If you want your own music, I guess you could request it, but...
you got to be as cool as Bronx Johnny.
Yeah, but you got to prove your coolness, and then you get your own music the next time you call. Let's go to Bobo in New York. Bobo.
Oh, Winnie, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, Bobo?
I'm just going to start off by saying I'm a bad, bad boy.
Yeah.
So, look...
He expected more out of that.
No, don't start. I've been seeing this lady... we started off like as working together, this and that, and I've been hanging out like at her house, and like they took me in as their family, and just out of the blue, like a couple of weeks ago, me and her are just going at it like crazy. The thing about it is she's still married, lives with both her kids and her husband. The husband still treats me like a friggin' son.
And you're living in the same house?
We're not living in the same house. I live in my house, but I'm there like so many nights a week, and nobody has a clue.
That's a hell of a way to live, man.
I don't know. It's
That's
like,
got to be like nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
What are you getting out of it?
Yeah, what are you getting out of it?
You know exactly what I'm getting out of it. That's that like older woman fantasy that all us young boys have, but it's out of this world. And
it's just the sex for you. Period. No extra curriculum.
This guy doesn't care about any goods or
no
services.
No cars, no number 2 pencils. Nothing.
Yeah.
It started off as just that fantasy, but like once I like jumped into it, I jumped in head first, and I can't complain.
You're in love, right?
I'm not in love because, I got to stay with the younger girls because by the time, like, I'm 30 and...
You care about her?
60, I don't want to mess with, like, colostomy bags and, like...
Okay, so what you're doing, you care about her. You do care about her, though, right?
Yeah, I care about her.
So what's your fear is...
The thing is, like, I love her family. And, like, they treat me like a brother and like a son.
And you would betray them like this?
Yeah, betrayal is,
I don't care, man, but I want you to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
You're a debaucher. Don't try to jazz it up, you piece of garbage.
All right, Bubba, I got to get to 2 more before the break. Let's say hi to Mike. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Yeah, so me and my buddies take a road trip to Virginia this weekend, and turns out I meet up with this cougar. She's 36. Actually posed in a porno magazine back in 93, and I don't know, it's kind of like Bronx Johnny was saying. They use those incisors, man, because I kind of got cut up down there, too. It's pretty crazy, but I don't know, now it's like I'm being stalked by her. She's, like, calling me 24/7. She's already looking up flights to come up to Jersey. Like, I don't know, man, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, boy.
And what do you say when she says I'm buying a plane ticket to come see you?
I'm just kind of brushing it off because I don't know what to do here, man. It's
Tell her don't come here. Don't come here. I don't like you. See, he didn't. See, this is what it is. Another one. These guys aren't being honest, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're messing around with these broads. He's keeping her hanging on as best as he can, but she's getting a little too serious. It was just popping old lady day. Now old ladies don't play the games. Like young broads don't have no money to circulate. They don't have no money to do certain things. These dudes are not men enough to mess with these old ladies, man, and keep them in check. That's why it's all falling apart.
See, the thing is, too, though, when we were down there, I almost got jumped by her boyfriend's semi-pro hockey team. They were all at the bar that night, and they're all giving me looks. And shit.
He's staying with her. He's staying with her, Opie, for the stories. He just likes having the stories.
You're keeping her around.
Yeah. You're not trying to get rid of her.
All right, thanks. Let's go to Bellport. Mike, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey there, Mike.
Hey, Mikey.
What's up? I was 17 2 years ago. And I was going out with a 39-year-old.
17 and a 39-year-old, huh?
It also says that it was your...
my girlfriend's mother.
Okay, it was.
Oof.
Did the girlfriend find out? Well, you know what? She used to drink with us. We would hang out in her backyard and stuff. And,
one of the cool moms.
She kind of came on to me, got her son to go to sleep, which was one of my friends at the time. Before I know it, I'm banging her in her backyard. And fucking after that, it was over.
That's a sexy story, though, to just kind of...
Your friend's inside asleep.
Yeah, your girl's hot mom.
How does the mother do that to her own daughter? That's the weird part of that.
That's all.
Yeah, there's some kind of resentment going on there.
How do you do that to your own daughter?
Yeah, she's smoking, though, I'm telling you. And anyway, her son came outside that first time that happened. He caught us, kept it away from his dad for I don't know how long. And all of a sudden, we kept disappearing at the same times. And, eventually he kind of caught on.
Mothers and daughters hate each other.
You think they do?
Oh, my God. My girl, without a doubt, would sleep with her daughter's boyfriend one day. Without a doubt. If she's 50 and her...
it turned her on to see me hanging out with her daughter. She wanted it. Like, I didn't even know, she'd be laying on the couch telling me to,
All right.
to touch her and shit. I just kind of just went from there to there. And then all of a sudden, I'm hanging out with her. Meanwhile, she's friends with my mother,
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
All right, Mike,
to tell
thank
the
you.
fellas. Keep that to yourself, though.
Yeah, we got to step aside, take a quick break here. It's Opie and Anthony. PatriceO'Neal.com. Sitting in for Jimmy Norton.
My podcast, sir.
It's Opie and Anthony. Trying to move on, but the phone's still lit here. We'll talk to Annie. She's from Queens. Annie, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, young guys, they just look at older women. I'm in my 40s for sex, and it's a pain. And I mean, younger guys, meaning who do we have to choose from? Someone who's like 70? I was online. This man, 70 years old, married, asked me out. It's horrible, you know?
Well, how old are you? You said 45? What did she say?
Something old and ridiculous.
41. I'm sorry, Annie. So what's wrong with going after the young guys for a little while?
Well, what do you think is appropriate for a 41-year-old?
A 70-year-old man who's going to treat you like you're a young woman, like a, you know, what do you call him?
A chippy.
Daddy. Don't you want a 70-year-old man treat you like you're a sugar daddy, like you're his sugar mama?
I have no sugar to give any guy.
Oh God!
It's all saccharine now.
She's left.
Right.
It's left her. No sweetness left.
That's why
she's sugarless.
She's got some of that cooking chocolate. Oh, yeah.
Be a companion.
Hey, so what? You want someone?
No. I don't want. Listen. I've been abstinent now for 5 years.
Oh, you got to stop.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
I never married. I was always waiting for the right man to what? Oh, geez.
What, do you got a long dress and witch shoes and...
No.
What do you dress like Lizzie Borden?
No, I believe
Why don't you just have kids and throw them in the bathtub and go to jail?
Hey, she believes in love, Patrice.
Oh, Jesus.
Let the woman be.
You're too old.
Well, you know, why should she have settled? There's a lot of people out there, they get a little older and they just settle and say, it's not going to get better than this. I'm not in love with this person. We're going to... Oh, you... And I was trying to defend you.
I got 2 words for you, sweetie. TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok for you too.
No, it's not TikTok. Don't you? It's not.
Really?
It's
you don't
not.
Think you'll ever be in diapers?
No, I will. But here's the thing. Here's the difference between you and us. One is that there will be a woman who will love me enough to walk around in with my diapers because I'm a guy. You're going to have trouble finding a guy that's going to do that for you.
Change my diapers.
You got to start giving it up. Why would you hold on to 45-year-old goods?
42.
42? That's like having unfrozen meat sitting around on the counter for 5 years.
Okay, first of all, be respectful, be nice.
No. This is respectful. I'm being respectful.
You know what show you called?
Here's the thing. This is why you're not finding love. Listen to you. You don't give it up. You sound like a giant parrot. This is the problem. You're not in a bargaining chip. Let me tell you your value. The value of women. Listen, the value of women is like cars. It ain't like houses.
I should explain.
That's a horrible statement. Because are you married?
Annie, hold on. Let me jump in here, Annie. I got to explain that Patrice looks at relationships a bit different than almost 90% of the people out there
that got bored with their husband. Mm-hmm. Why get married? I never married because I wanted to be with someone.
And you sound so happy. And and forever's only
wait. She still has hope in her heart.
Hope?
She still has hope.
Hope and no plan.
I'm actually with this one.
I hope I get rich.
I respect what she's saying because there's a lot of people that get married and go, time to get married, and they settle.
She's not saying that, though.
She's still hoping to find someone around her age that she can fall in love with and marry.
What is she screeching about, though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Let me hear what she's screeching about.
She's screeching because...
What do you have to say?
And she called the radio show.
Wait, what do you have to say? Let her have her piece here. What do you say?
Women have to be respectable and not run around and say, "Look, I got bored of my husband after a year or two." That is disgusting and ridiculous. And they're not cougars; they're just idiots. Because marriage is about being forever. I mean, it's supposed to be till death. And you guys have so much power in your hands. You could change the minds of people and tell them, listen, 30 years ago was forever. Why within 30 years it's changed and it's been for a year? Oh, I'm bored because he doesn't get me off. I mean, that's horrible. It's not even human. So God bless you guys, and I hope you wake some people up to the right way and to marry forever.
Oh, boy.
Marry forever.
That's why I did not marry. And don't say, oh, boy. And that's why I did not marry.
What part of Pennsylvania you live in?
Marry should be forever.
Or Utah. Which part of Utah do you live in?
Utah.
You don't live where regular people live.
I'm raised in New York City.
No way. Where do you live now?
New Amsterdam.
This is worldwide, okay? It's worldwide. Look at the Muslims. We have our enemies. Our enemies, not our enemies.
We can't. They cover everything up.
Whatever they are, who knows?
You were right. Our enemies.
Look at the Muslims. They stay together forever. In the world market.
All right. So we should start beating our women with sticks and victimizing rape victims and arresting them and doing. Are you insane? Were you just trying to equate Muslim marriages to our own? The fact that they stay together.
She's a kook.
They stay together because if the woman leaves, she gets killed.
No, not at all. What I'm trying to say.
How many cats do you own?
Families will hold till the end.
Crazy cat lady.
Because they don't believe in. I'm not Catholic. I'm a Greek Orthodox.
No, how many cats do you own?
Their families will hold till the end because they don't believe. I don't think they believe in divorce. They do other horrible things. They marry many women. So I won't even go into that.
They don't believe in divorce. No, like the woman just gets killed.
Okay, so
if she leaves or looks at another guy. You're talking about
you're talking about
savage way of life.
Have you ever had a relationship, ma'am?
Of course.
When?
In my years ago.
Years ago. What
years
happened?
ago.
What
There's
happened?
something bad happened.
Good.
In
What happened?
She's not well.
Why?
No, how did the relationship end? It sounds like it didn't end well whatsoever. Not that any relationship ends well.
What happened?
Seems like it was real bad.
Well, I was working on a big film. I got him a job driving Emma Thompson around in the camper. He just wasn't there for me emotionally when he wasn't there for me, and I didn't want to marry him.
You got sick or something?
He wasn't. No, he wanted me to marry him and live in a small town in Greece and raise his kids.
Oh,
I didn't
Greece!
Want
You want to give up.
Doing that, I
get it.
regret not raising, just marrying and being his wife and raising his kids and having his family. I regret that now that I'm in my 40s and I haven't married and haven't had children and don't have a family.
Oh, a little regret.
Waiting out for the guy to come along and have the family with.
Just waiting.
I regret giving up marriage for a career.
Just waiting. You're waiting. Make it happen, ma'am.
I am making a
Yeah, she's online. A 70-year-old married guy just hit on her.
Yeah. Online. You're meeting people online.
She's trying, man.
Just go out and say hello to people. Touch people. Let people touch you.
Yeah, that computer crap is, that ain't going to get the job done. Are you on Match.com or something?
I tell you guys that a lot of people respect your opinions.
No, they don't.
And when you, yes, they do. And
Not
you
really.
You can change the world. And I hope you change it to women don't leave their...
If I could change the world, that would be last on my list.
They leave their husbands because the sex isn't good. That's ridiculous. You're supposed to be...
But you're a person who has not been satisfied sexually to even say that. You can't qualify that statement because you haven't had good sex.
All right, hold on. We got Steve. All right, hold on, Annie. I'm going to try to set you up here. We got Steve in Westchester. Steve, you're on with Annie from Queens. We might have a love match here, believe it or not. Go ahead, Steve. Oh,
Steve.
There was your chance, Annie, and he has a bad cell phone.
You heard him.
Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm not even kidding. Steve says I want to marry Annie.
I've been on over 50 dates in the past year, and it's just horrible to be in your 40s and look...
Can I ask you...
50 dates in the past year, so...
50, at least 50.
So what are these dates like for you?
What are they like?
Shut up. Steve.
Can you get this babbling?
Don't even take me.
What are the dates like?
Well, I don't want to make an effort and go far from my home, so I meet them usually.
We're talking to a cyber whore, man.
So,
oh my God.
So what do?
I usually meet them like at a cafe because at first we used to go out to dinner. I don't want them wasting money,
I mean, I was with you, Eddie.
Why do you do this to me? I can hear it.
I try to
right
have
away.
a little bit of an open mind these days. I was with her, but man, this is...
And you're not going to have sex till marriage, right, Annie?
I don't know.
Wait, you're not having sex?
No, I'm not a virgin.
You haven't had sex in 5 years, but you're doing other things, right?
I'm not a virgin.
Yeah, but when
I wanted to be a nun. No, the truth is,
spit one out as she's talking.
I'm picturing her looking like one of the whores that Jack the Ripper killed. She's dressed her wig. She has some long
Okay, are you on
boots.
some kind of a computer that's typing all this to you so you could come up with stuff?
No, we're kind of brilliant, to be honest with you.
She just sounds.
I
You
sound
just
like
sound.
a whore?
No, not that. I'm picturing.
Do I sound like those women?
Ma'am. There's a thing called context, and I'm sure since you've been locked.
Hold on. You brought up Africa, Kenya. Would you go to Kenya for some young black males?
Absolutely not. Are you nuts?
Better thing.
Are you crazy?
Kathy Bates from that movie where she killed her husband through a hole.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I
definitely Kathy Bates.
What's the movie with Kathy Bates?
Claire.
That's who this woman is.
What? Liz Claiborne.
Liz
Liz Claiborne.
Exactly. I know what you
sounds like Liz Claiborne.
Kathy Bates. Let me tell you something.
Dolores Claiborne.
Dolores Claiborne.
Like
that's this woman.
Hey, I like Annie.
I don't dislike Annie, but she's Dolores Claiborne.
She doesn't want to go to Kenya for young black males. She thinks, are you nuts?
If she gets a hold of you, she's going to break your ankles with a hammer.
What is she doing, though, on the dates if she hasn't had sex in 5 years?
At first we used to go to, they wanted to take me to dinner. I said, no, we're going to go for either coffee or tea. I don't want you spending money because then it turns out they spend money.
You owe them something.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one guy, he didn't even want to pay for the dinner, and I'm from a generation. And then I realized, look, it's only right to go 50-50. I don't know these people. They want to take.
You know what? If a guy isn't willing to pay for dinner, or he wants to go 50-50, run.
No, she doesn't want the guy to pay.
Because then she's obligated.
Oh, really?
She owes them something.
He had to be a gentleman. He should have been a gentleman.
What are you looking for in these dates?
I'm looking for a long-term relationship leading to marriage. What else is there?
Holy mother of God. How are you going to do that when these guys are just out trying to get some?
Yeah, but maybe she runs into one that isn't. I don't know. It happens all the time.
It's a race to who kills who.
She's probably
cut this short, okay?
She's probably ugly.
Oh, Jesus.
I used to do stand-up in New York. Anyway, I'm not going to even say my name.
She's Kathy Bates.
No,
I don't look like Kathy Bates, okay?
I kind of like her.
I used to be with a modeling agency, so I'm not bad.
Oh, you did?
So she's just some crazy good-looking broad?
Look, she's got hopes and she's got dreams. What's wrong with that? I kind of like Annie.
I just want to find a nice
But it's scary that you've had 50 dates in the last year.
50 dates.
And change his diapers one day. That's not a bad thing to want.
My God.
That's right, because if you love someone, let's say, look, you marry someone, and in 1 year, he, loses it. It's gone. He can't anymore. What are you going to do, leave him? Oh, the sex isn't good anymore? Too bad, lady.
You can stay with him. You can stay with him, but you can get some side.
No, it's not about sex.
I think sex is really important to a relationship.
Not to her.
I think so. And these women, these young women,
especially for the first 20 or 30 years.
Now, I'm really going to try to say this the right way.
Uh-huh.
Annie, have you had an orgasm in the last 5 years?
This young lady that called earlier and said she left her husband because she married, she's a virgin and married, and after a year she got bored. Why did you hold on to your virginity?
Annie.
What did you think it was going to be?
Annie, have you had an orgasm in the last 5 years? Or ever in your life?
Of course.
Hey, Annie, we want to set you up with a...
orgasmic, if that's your question. But anyway...
Hold on, we got Mike in Brooklyn. My dream for Annie is to set her... Wait, no, Hey,
she hung up.
Oh, no.
She's nuts.
She is.
There's some men tied up somewhere that said, please, God, help us.
She's not. She's not nuts. She's not nuts.
That's crazy.
Are you serious?
She's a dreamer. She's not nuts, I'm telling you. We've heard nuts on this show.
That woman is crazy.
She's not crazy, man.
Crazy as a crap house rat.
I like her. I want to have a cup of coffee with her. I want to get to know this.
Go out on one of our 50 days. You could be one of the 50.
I don't want to go out
on the few, the proud.
I don't want to go out on a date or anything. She's just, there's something about her. I like her. She used to do stand-up. She's a dreamer. What did Mike want? I think Mike wanted to meet Annie. Mike, Brooklyn, what's up?
Hey, what are you doing, Hope?
Hey, man.
Where exactly in New York City is Annie?
She's in Queens, and she's Greek, so I'm thinking Astoria.
Oh, okay. How old is she?
41 or 2, I think.
41, I think she said.
Okay.
Now go look for her.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
Do you want to bang her or you want to get to know her?
No, I'll get to know her first before I bang her.
But you don't want to marry her or any of that crap, right?
No, I've been there, done that twice.
Yeah, you're just looking for some action.
Yeah.
All right, maybe she'll call back.
Hell gets married twice.
How about Annie calls back and we set her up on a date? I want to get her like a black dude from Brooklyn.
What is it with the interracial hookups you want to do here? You want to send her to Kenya?
She said no way to Kenya. That was hilarious.
Yeah,
to me.
well.
She goes, are you nuts? And we think she's nuts because she said 50 dates.
That's one a week.
That's one a week.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
So she's got to be, and she's meeting him online. She said a 70-year-old married guy hit on her the other night.
And she has that awful chalkboard scratch voice.
Oh, I know.
And she's insane. She's
Nah, not the worst voice of the day.
She's unreasonable.
Who was?
The psychologist had.
Yeah, that was a horrid voice.
It was awful. We didn't acknowledge it after she hung up. She had the worst voice of the day.
That lady's unreasonable too. That woman has no rationale. She's nuts.
Who, Annie?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
There's not 50 rape cases out right now in Queens.
She's not telling us everything.
He touched me. Oh my God! He shake her hand.
Yeah.
And she runs down the street screaming for the cops. She's nuts.
She stopped short of something. Whether I think she might have been sick. Something.
Yeah, pills. She take pills.
Nah.
Mental pills.
Mental pills?
She has one of them conditions.
Steve.
Mental pills.
Idaho. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. I hate to call in and rat out my mother, but she's probably a little off like the last caller or whatever, but I don't know. She kind of went crazy after the third marriage, and she started dating young Mexican men, and the only reason I know, the only reason why I knew about it is she came over and to pick up some furniture with a small U-Haul, and here's this kid. He must be not even 18 years old, and he's helping. I go, oh, okay, cool. You got some help to move this stuff into your place and stuff, and then a little later, I see him off in the corner, holding hands and kissing. Holy crap! What's going on here?
Did he lick your mother's neck and then give you a wink and a finger gun?
And another thing too, the kid doesn't speak one bit of English, not one bit of English or whatever. So she's kind of interracial there and stuff. And at the time she was 52. Okay, she's 60 now. And I know that they were doing something, obviously, because I says, hold hands and kissing in the corner.
Don't you want to see your mom happy, though?
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
She's happy with a little Mexican guy.
Little young Mexican guy.
Maybe that's how
young Mexican kid.
Maybe that's how she pays for getting the pool clean.
All intact. Hasn't had any of that religious stuff have to cut things off.
Sure.
She likes them like that, huh?
Exactly. Well, and you guys were talking about
likes the old burrito.
I know you guys were talking about Kenya. Well,
taco balls.
He's a fan of the burrito that you get. That's just a mess. It's like the shredded lettuce is just hanging over the sides.
Oh, yeah.
A little too much cheese just dripping off the side of the taco shell.
Well, that's like the taco, yeah, because I went to get Mexican the other day, and the taco I got, I couldn't even tell it was a taco.
Right.
Because there was just stuff just spilling out of it, and the shell cracked because it was all dry. And
a lot of avocado.
The meat's just hanging out of it. You got to throw some sour cream in there.
It has enough sour cream.
Sour cream. Yeah, we know how that could be, those tacos.
All right, Steve.
All right, guys.
Congratulations to your mom. It's not Misery. It's Liz Claiborne was the movie.
No, it's Dolores Claiborne.
And then we did reference Misery, so let's relax on that.
What is that, a designer?
Yeah, of course it is. Christian in Boston listening on BCN. Hurry up, Christian. We got to get out of here.
What's going on, fellas? I think I know what this girl's problem is. It's the way she's raised, or she's holding on to something for whatever it is. I'm Greek. I'm from Boston area, and I think it's her own family values that are holding her back.
Man, I've heard. Go ahead.
She's not living her life for herself. She's living it for her family, which is ridiculous.
Well,
do that.
My big fat Greek wedding opened our eyes to the Greek culture, and I was born and raised. Not raised. We moved out when I was 5, but Astoria, Queens, is very, very Greek, and so I know a little bit about the Greek culture, and they treat their In general, I should say, the Greeks don't treat their women quite right.
I just know one thing about the Greek culture. It's what everyone knows about it.
And the 300 were doing it too.
Right. The 300.
King Leonidas was doing it up too.
Yeah. Flip over. This one's for Sparta.
All right, thank you, Christian from Boston. And if you're listening,
Oh, come on, man! Don't do that.
Leonidas. Did you see that sex scene with Leonidas and his chick? At one point, he was kissing the back of her neck. Stuff going on. Yeah, Your Highness. Your Highness.
All right, we got to get out of here. Hey, if you are listening on BCN, stick around for our pal Adam 12. He's on your radio dial next.
On your radio dial.
If you're listening through BCN. And who comes next in New York? Do we even know at this point? Is it still music?
Listen to rock.
It's rock here in New York.
Yes.
Who's on after us on the edge?
Rock.
Buffalo. Who's up next in Syracuse?
Just tune in and find out.
All
Let
right.
us know.
Just trying to give them a little little promotion
Put
today.
everyone on the spot here.
Hey, it was fun today.
Yes, thank you, Patrice O'Neill.
Our new thing is more phone calls. More phone calls.
They're more gooder.
Yeah, we like the interaction with you freaks and creeps and psychos and Annie, who I like.
Oh,
there was something about her I liked. I don't know what it was. All right, guys, we're off text. Have a great day.
Bye.